Alright guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to connect our Google Calendar and our Schoology calendar to the calendar app on the iPad. So the first thing you need to do is link your school Gmail address to your iPad. So you go ahead and hit settings if you haven't done this already. You go to Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, which is right here. And after you do that, you're going to go to Add Account, which is right here. You'll select the Gmail one, which is already right there. And then you're going to put in your name, your email address, your password in the description. Your name is simply your name. And then you put in your email address. This is your school Gmail account. And then when you get to the description, you can call it whatever you want. Gmail School, whatever it is. And then when you're done, you hit Next right here. And then it's going to verify it. If there are any mistakes, it'll let you know. If not, it will go to this screen. I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything is synced. My mail, my calendar, my notes. And then I'm going to tap on Save. And you'll be out of this guy here. We'll see Account Added. So you close out. All fingers there. Hit the Home button. If you don't know, this is the Home button right here. And then the next thing you need to do is go to our class website where we have our Google Calendar. So you're going to go to Safari. And you're going to go to the URL bar, go to fishphs.com. Once you get there, go to Calendar and Announcements right here at the top of the Earth Science section. It'll show you our calendar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll, and at the very bottom here, you're going to see Google Calendar, Add Google Calendar. So I'm going to do this guy here. It's going to ask you to put your information in there, so I need to sign in as a different user. Alright, so now it may ask you, oh, don't get locked out of your account. Do you want to put in a phone number? That's up to you. I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and select no thanks right here. And then it will say, what language do you want? I'm going to go ahead and hit next. I'm already on English. My time zone is Central Time. So I'll hit next. It's going to ask me about reminders. You can set up SMS reminders here or text message reminders right here if you want to. This is where you would enter in your phone number. Again, I would never see your phone number here, so if you want to put in your phone number there, it's actually a really good idea. If I set reminders for tests and quizzes and stuff like that within the calendar, you'll get a text message reminding you that that's going to happen. All right, I'm going to sync with the calendar. I'm going to start using the Google Calendar. All right, so now that I've added, okay, and now that the last thing here is I need to, add this calendar. Now that I've added the calendar, I need to actually just sync it to the iOS device or to the iPad. So here's where you go to this little gear right up here in the upper right-hand corner, and you go to Sync with Mobile Device right here. And once you do that, it's going to say what kind of device do you want to sync it with. So we're going to sync it with an iOS device. iOS is Apple's device. You're going to come to this screen that's going to have all the directions. Scroll down a little bit until you see this link right here. Sync multiple calendars. Go ahead and click it. And then you click on this guy right here. This link right here. And then notice that Earth Science 1314 read only is right there. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to come over here and hit Save. Now once I do that, it says your sync settings have been saved. Open your calendar and see your calendar. So I'm going to close out the internet. I'm going to bring my calendar right here, bring it open. And notice that it's got a lot of personal things, but I'm going to go over here on calendars, and I'm going to go ahead and select Show All Calendars, Hide All Calendars, and I'm only going to bring open Earth Science 1314. Tap off. And now what we have is everything related to earth science that I've put on our Google Calendar. It'll show you where quizzes are. If I make any updates, it'll automatically change. And then what you also notice, and I'm working on this, I'm not sure if it's perfect, but I'm going to click on this guy right here where it says homework video, Earth spheres. And then I'm going to go to this guy right here where it says more. And notice that there are links. So I'm sorry, there's this HTML code that doesn't go away when you put the links in there. But if we just do this and click on the YouTube link, it'll open up the video in YouTube, and then you can play it and take your notes and go through it. And that's all there is to it. All right, so for the next part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add the Schoology calendar to the iPad's calendar. So go ahead and start Safari and go to fishphs.com. And once you get to fishphs.com, you're going to click on this guy right here, Technology Toolbox. Once you get to the Technology Toolbox, you're going to scroll down to the Schoology area. And you need to select this big, long URL here. I'm just going to drag my ends here. Make sure you get everything that says .ics. Hit copy. Once you have that, open up another tab and go right to your Google Calendars. That should already be open from when you added our PHS calendar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go right here where it says Other Calendars. You're going to open that up right there. And you're going to add by URL. And once you do that, in this area right here, you should just be able to tap and paste that long ICS. Hit Add Calendar. And it says calendar was imported successfully. So now if you take a look at your other calendars, you have the Schoology calendar and the Earth Science 1314 calendar. All right, now again, to get this onto your iOS device, what you need to do is you need to go up to this little guy right up here. And then you need to go to Sync with Mobile Device. You'll click on Sync with your iOS device, just like we did before. You're going to scroll on down, and it'll say Sync Multiple Calendars. Click on this link again. And then once you do, you have to add your Schoology calendar by clicking on it. Go ahead and hit Save. And then when you're done, you can close out your application. You can start your calendar app. You can hit Sync by clicking on this little guy right here, and it will refresh your calendars. Take a minute, and then you notice that Schoology pops up. Now, anytime you want to get rid of these guys, you just untap them, or you can disconnect your account from your Google. But then once we tap off of here, you'll notice that all this stuff here, this is my Google stuff and the Schoology stuff. So you'll always have the calendars ready to go. Due dates, quizzes, resources, everything right there in your iPad calendar. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to ask me in class. Go back, watch it as many times as you need it to get it. I'll see you in class.